Hi, it's Mitch from Pickdawgz.com here with your free pick in the Coppin State versus South Carolina State college basketball matchup on Monday, March the 4th, 2024. If you like all the free picks we do at Pick Dawgz, you'll have our premium picks, our best bets. Use that discount code PICK for 15% off. We also have products meant for people who make big bets, people with big bankrolls, people looking for one-on-one style service, but those aren't available on the website. You got to text the number you see on the screen. So if you make big bets like I do, text that number. But let's get to this one. Coppin State taking on South Carolina State. Coppin State a dreadful 2-24 on the season, but 13-13 the number that we care about, and that's covering that point spread. Meanwhile, South Carolina State 13-16 on the season and a impressive 17-9-1 against the number this season. Boy, if you haven't been betting on South Carolina State, you have missed the boat. 8-2 straight up in their last 10 games and 7-3 against the number. These guys have just simply been getting it done. Meanwhile, Coppin State, 2-7 straight up at home, 4-5 against the number in these home games. These teams met earlier this season, back in the beginning of February at South Carolina State. It was South Carolina State winning by 12, but Coppin State getting 12.5 in that game, and that's what we've been seeing from Coppin State is them getting double-digit spreads for the bulk of the season. Of course, since that game, a whole lot of winning going on for South Carolina State. Their only loss was at Norfolk State, losing by 4 in a game that they were getting 8 points. The only game that they haven't covered the spread recently is against Maryland Eastern Shore. They won that game by 8 in a game that they were laying 10. So overall, it has been a pretty solid run. They played actually against the lesser teams in the conference and have taken care of business, and that's all part of it, right? It's like you got to beat the teams, you got to win those winnable games. This is a one-bid conference, in the MEAC. So, the regular season play, it's just really about the seeding in the conference tournament, nothing more, than that, because you got to win the conference tournament if you're going to advance. And of course, no one is in the MEAC is going to advance unless they win that conference tournament. Look at Coppin State coming off of a loss against NC Central. They were getting 8 in that game. Lost, by 15. They got absolutely beaten up. Prior to that, though, they had covered the prior 2 games against Norfolk State and Howard. Both those games getting double-digit point spreads. So what we've seen from Coppin State is definitely the trend is when they're getting double digits, they cover almost every single time, going all the way back to January of this year. When they're not getting double digits, they don't cover. And I think that it is really that simple. When we look at the numbers here, South Carolina State's offense certainly doesn't jump off the chart. And to me, covering these Coppin State games, which we do every Monday here at Pick Dawgz, in these videos, their numbers always seem better than what the record is. And we've been on them a bunch. But the thing is that, at the end of the day, they don't usually come through, and that is the problem unless they're getting those double digits. It's because their offense is so bad. I mean, just absolutely terrible. They do shoot free throws at 72.7%, and that has definitely helped us cover the spreads. But I think in this one, up against this South Carolina State team that's kind of feeling it right now, I think Coppin State might be in trouble, and they're not getting enough points. I'm going to take South Carolina State, and that's going to be my free pick. Of course, while you're doing your picks, putting your bets in, use our free betting tools at sportschatplace.com. 100% free, and they'll help put you on the most favorable bets on the board today.